I got. Hello, 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 and welcome, Blue Box fans. Thank you so much for those of you who are in a bit early today. And I'm going to go ahead and turn the music down here so you can actually hear me. And you are joined today by some really great players and also some incredible viewers we already have on. And as everyone tunes up their mics, let me make sure all the mics are up, on. I don't see 3 and 4. Oh, okay, now I see that everybody's on. All right. So welcome to an exciting session of Blue Box, and let me just go a quick run through on some of the folks already on. Good to see 2 DMs. Pat66, always a faithful viewer. Good to have you with us today. Shane O'Mac, I know you've been having a lot of stuff going on at your house, and we're just glad to have you with us. Hey, thank you for the sub, Jay Birchfield 3, and we're doing pretty well here. But then I think also we are joined by a royalty today. We have Anna B. Meyer, and Anna, I know you may not be on with us long, but as long as you're on, we're glad to have you. I've been boasting about you everywhere, and I think you know that. So I've already shown these players your incredible Greyhawk maps, and so we're going to start off with a few announcements, which we'll also talk about that. So again, thank you to all the players for being here. I know we all have busy lives, and I know busy weeks, some of the stories and all the things that all of you are going through. Let us know how the mics sound, by the way, as well. You're welcome, Anna. Let us know how the mics sound. I think that, Jordan, if you could, I think my main cam could be focused just a bit better before we get started here. Right there, good, yep. All right, so first of all, always thank you to our sponsors. Our first sponsor that we always mention is Dragon Crafting Guild. And the Dragon Crafting Guild trays, as displayed by Irda here, these things are awesome. They are guaranteed to roll you more D20s than any other dice tray you could play with. And he does all kinds of cool, he's got minis, he's got full-size ones. You can check him out on Etsy. John, he's a great guy at Dragon Crafting Guild and does a fantastic job. Of course, Atris Minis has been a long sponsor for us, and his final mini for Blue Box is coming very soon. It is amazing. He's actually transitioning into the next stage of his career. Oh, hey, Shane O'Mac, thank you very much for the sub, sir. He's transitioning. Hey, too sad. And so he is. He's a fantastic mini painter, and he's got some cool stuff that he's getting into now. But his final mini for Blue Box is incredible. But the other announcement I wanted to make today is a new sponsor. So we are now being sponsored by the incredible Frederica Draws. Frederica Draws is the one who has created a lot of the art that you have seen, and I'm going to just show a little bit of her work here. So she has drawn, of course, the famed party, the monument to the heroes of Sandpoint.
Huzzah.
That was huzzah. That was all hers.
Amen.
She has done some villains for me that you can't even see yet because they're going to be coming soon.
Yeah.
Each of these pieces of artwork. So as what we're going to do is as I show the artwork for, hey, Blarf, Hales15, good to see you as well. All right, so as I show the artwork, I'm going to have each of the players announce your character, race, class, level. Just tell us a little bit about your PC so we can do the mic check while we're showing the picture. So let's go ahead and start with you, Irda.
Alright, hi, I'm Irda Lianu. I am a level 8 Asimar Skald. I am the herder of cats.
Which means she's the one that keeps everybody on the rails. All right, let's go next to...
I am Baron Solomon Frost, and I'm a level 7 human cavalier, and I am one of the cats, to put it simply.
All right, and then next?
I am Ixindatrix. I am that guy. I'm a level 8 human alchemist, and I'm the most dangerous and hostile of the cats. So.
I don't know about most
And
but
because I want to do a mic check for you as well, but tell us what's on your shoulder and tell us how you got that scar.
So on my shoulder is my familiar. His name is Ray, and I made him to be my tumor familiar, and he is a goblin humanoid thing with butterfly wings, and that has Solomon's hair on his head. So yes.
All right, and the scar? chest,
With the scythe?
Yeah.
opening the
Yeah, so I went to open this chest and I said I said there wasn't gonna be any traps. I said there was no way. Well, there was a way.
There was, in fact, a trap. And this scythe shot out, caught him in the cheek. And so we do have healing, of course, in this campaign, but we also have permanent damage in this campaign. Hey, Redbeard! Oh, thank you very much,
huzzah!
sir! Huzzah! That might be helpful
Big fellow captain.
because
Thank you.
our pirate is in grave circumstances.
did he give
Everyone
me
knows.
Yeah, one for everyone.
Give a disadvantage to him.
That doesn't help you at this point.
Oh, no.
All right, and then let's go to last but not least, the victim. I mean, the hero of the hour. Who are you?
Huzzah! I am Captain K. Cardinal, Captain of the High Seas, level 8 swashbuckler. I am the most fun of the cats.
And by that, he means an alcoholic.
I do like me rum, and me wenches, and me gold. And no, I do not like him.
The DM is in the cat house for sure, doghouse rather. So let's go ahead and as we are getting ready to get started, let's have a quick what happened last time. Let's keep it to a really short 1 to 2 minutes. Who can tell us what happened last time? As we all look at you.
So last time we started off in Sandpoint. We spoke to Sheriff Hemlock and the mayor to let them know what we had found in Magnemar thus far, and got robbed by some small children.
There was that, yeah.
Old. And there was some changing into a dog to try to figure out where the kids went, and that didn't work. And so we continued on. Cade got his gold and a very
Huzzah.
Hey, huzzah.
bottle of rum from
Parisian rum.
Yes. From Blackbeard's room. There was a chest under his bed. And let's see, and then once we had kind of gotten everything gathered together and ready to go, Irdo went and spoke to Broderick Quinn and asked him to kind of see if there was anything historically significant about the area where the Misgivings was built, and then rejoined the rest of the group. We were gifted horses and all the supplies we would need, and then we set off to sea. And as we were making our journey, we encountered a large tentacled.
Sorry, whoa.
Freudian.
Tentacled monster.
In a very bad storm.
In a very bad storm.
That's right.
That Kate started telling a story in the middle of.
I always have a story to tell.
In the battle, one of the tentacles was lopped off and then burned by acid by Solomon and then Ixon.
Yep.
And
Good teamwork.
Cade went to man one of the ballista, and was searching the water for any sign of this creature, and couldn't kind of get a good lock in on it. He did hit it with one of the ballista bolts, I think, if I remember correctly. And then Irda actually managed to frighten it off using a sonic blast from her flute, which is one of her bardic things that she uses occasionally. And then the rest of that adventure, at least on the ship to the Mush Fens, went fairly uneventfully. We had a night of rest, and then we got to drop anchor close to the shore, and then took a couple of boats over with ourselves and our horses so that we could make our way toward Fort Granick. We had traveled throughout the day through the Mush Fens, lots of bugs and weird things moving about underneath the surface of the water. We found a bit of solid ground towards the end of the day so that we could make camp for the evening. Irda cast her Titan Hut spell so that we could rest and secured the horses nearby it. And then told Shadow Mist to keep an eye out for the other horses. And the first watch in the tiny hut went uneventfully. It was fine. The second watch, however, there was some commotion amongst the horses, and so Irda woke everybody up, and we went out of the tiny hut to find two whites that had appeared and were startling the horses and actually starting to attack them. And we began to fight the whites. The battle was going semi-okay until the point where Cade was grabbed by one of them and pulled under.
Grabbed by the throat,
Yeah.
ripped beneath the waters, cascading over the edge of, and we'll go ahead and bring that up so people can kind of see what the battle map looks like. And so Cade was ripped over the edge of the waters, and I'll use my green laser pointer for the green. So Cade is landed here. He's actually beneath this white, which you can't see. There's a remaining white up top. You have Solomon standing here. You have Irda here with her brand new Hero Forge painted mini. It's awesome. You have Shalelu up here. And then you have Ixon, who is running away currently because Ixon,
That's right. I forgot about that.
Ixon had fear, which he failed his save on.
And he says, I'm a girl.
And is running away. And so as we are about to kick off the stream, we'll start, or the campaign stream, what we're going to start with first is our final set of announcements. Then I'm going to change the lights. When the lights change, everything's going to look blue in here. Don't adjust your cameras or your screens at home. Nothing's wrong. We're using dynamic lighting here, which reflects the ambient environments that the players are in. Before I do that, I want to say again, last announcement, this box behind me, a little bit hard to see right now, let me put it this way. This Greyhawk box is in honor of the new campaign that we're launching. The first session will be June 6th, that's a Saturday. That is going to be with Lord Gazumba on his channel, and the players will all be DM'd by him. I'll actually be playing in that initial, what we'll call pilot episode or episode 0. Then the following Tuesday, June 9th, we'll have the first episode 1 where we're actually running that Greyhawk campaign. There's new artwork. The music that you're hearing is part of that. The players are incredible. We have a couple familiar PCs, but some new PCs that'll be in that as well. And it is going to be epic. And on that night, we're going to give away one of these 1983 original classic box sets of Greyhawk. It is, I've never seen, I'm sure somebody has, but I haven't seen it. Someone do a giveaway like this associated with a Twitch campaign for D&D. It's a huge giveaway, great opportunity for you as viewers and followers to participate. And let's go ahead and you're welcome, Lord Gazumba, and let's get let's get started. Here we go. Let me kill the Pleasant Greyhawk Awakening, which is the name of the new campaign, ambient music, and start the appropriate death march for Cade. And here
See this shirt? I'm fully invested in Cade.
Cade, tell him what the shirt is as I kill the lights and we get started.
Arr, this is me ship, Amiko's Revenge.
Well, okay, if you look at it from the bright side, even if Cade dies, the ship
Lives on.
is still there.
Oh, I will take it down with me. The ship goes down with me.
Cade's
All right.
The
revenge.
ship goes down with the captain. I don't think I've heard that one before.
And ready, 3, 2, 1, we begin. You see, as Cade is swept over the edge of the side of the cliff, he screams out, he bellows a call into the air, and then vanishes. You hear him splash beneath the water.
Oh no.
Thank you, Penguin the Strong.
Somebody save me. Wait a minute. I have a butter scratch. No,
It was too late. That has to be applied. Hang on, the music's too loud. That has to be applied before the
Mercy!
effects of the critical. No.
No,
Cade disappears beneath the
why?
water. It is time for initiative. We roll party initiative here on Blue Box.
Oh, boy.
And the DM has a
Who's
4 on the D6.
Oh,
Cade got
okay.
it.
Actually, it's your fate after all.
Oh crap.
And what's the roll? 2. All right. You hear screaming and gurgling. A final hand, Cade's hand stretching up. It falls beneath the waves as the glowing green, verdant form of the white pulls him beneath the waters. The remaining figure spins and turns towards Solomon and attacks. Solomon, a ghastly hand reaches up towards you, and it looks like this.
Oh boy.
We had done decent damage to one of them, but I don't remember which.
Is this one? Yes. Yeah, that one's had some damage to it.
Are you singing your song first?
I think if I was using my raging
Your raging song was in effect. Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna make sure that's.
Well, somebody needs to sing.
Solomon, the first claw, you feel it passes right through your armor. A cold chill strikes your body. It rakes through. It almost feels like it clutches your heart as it goes through. A second claw, you actually manage to duck away from. You take from the first one 16 points of damage, and I need you to make a save. This is a will save, DC 18.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that you had.
What's the DC?
18. Will save, DC 18.
I'm gonna take advantage.
Oh, we got an extra one for.
Thank you, Penguin the Strong.
19.
A 19. Or as the hand passes through you, you feel this chill upon your heart. You quaver inside. You feel an urge to flee, to run. You see Ixen sprinting, splashing through the mush fens, and you think he's got a great idea. But at the last minute, you steel yourself. You remember you are Baron Solomon Frost, and you stiffen your spine against the creature. It is your attack.
I go right back at him. I take my sword
I have
and
a bite attack.
We'll get to you in a second.
Okay.
take my sword and try and just swing through the middle.
All right, go ahead and attack.
Nat 20.
A nat 20? Okay, all right, roll to confirm your crit.
Crit, 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 crit. Double 20, double 20.
3.
Ah, dang
A 3, and what's your total to hit bonus?
That's a 19 total.
Oh, it's a 19 total. You have plus 16 on your first attack now? Wow, okay.
With the raging song.
Still not a crit. Does not confirm, but it is a hit. Roll damage, or you roll your second attack. Yeah.
And then the second one is a 24.
Okay, that is a hit, so roll damage on both.
So, 16, 17, 14, 15, 32 total.
32, all right. Solomon, as you swing your blade the first time, again, you see this dispersion of gaseous wisps that sprout out from either side. Green mist sprays. The creature wavers a moment. It starts to re-solidify. Your second blow comes across. As you strike it the second time, you hear this ear-piercing howl. And the creature vanishes.
So
Ear to-
one
Safe
kills one,
case,
doesn't
safe
kill
case.
the other.
Okay, so can I see where is the light still coming on?
Yeah, you see like there's
Okay.
actually a pale green glow underneath the
So here's
water.
what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take, because I'm using the War Razor right now because my axe is being worked on. So I'm gonna take the War Razor and I'm actually gonna slice my hand really quick and run towards the water and jump in and let my water, let the blood go into the water.
What?
Because of my angelic blood hurts undead and evil creatures.
All right, Shalelu watches this.
Wow.
She stands atop. She sees you cut your hand and leap into the water. You see this look of utter perplexity on her face. You land in the water. An immediate chill. It's cold. Not just the cold of the water. You feel a supernatural necro chill in the waters. Ixen, you still your heart filled with dread. Feel gladness and see Ray actually flying over your shoulder, outpacing you. He's agreeing with you. He's flying away as well.
When he died, was that effect dispelled?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like the effect remains. That's a great question, but no, the effect still remains. So you continue to sprint through the waters. You're your feet sticking inside the mush fen occasionally, but you're now safely away and quite pleased with that. Cade, you have
I bite a tap.
you have lost consciousness and are gurgling beneath the waters.
Okay.
Initiative, next round.
Okay. We need big initiative. We need big initiative. We gotta...
4?
You got a 6.
Oh, man. Okay, somebody needs...
No, I don't think he rolled, did he?
Yeah, I did.
Oh.
Somebody put a curse on...
He rolled a 6. You see Cade's body falls lower. The green light begins to dissipate. Blood, not just Irda's, deep fountains of red blood start floating up toward the surface of the water. We go to you, Solomon.
How deep is the water like compared to Irda?
So in these fens, you've already seen it really varies. In some places it's a foot deep, in some places it's 4 feet deep. No place is it terribly deep, but here it looks like Cade is sunk at least 2, 3, 4 feet below the water.
This is probably a bad idea, but I want to jump in to the last point that I saw Cade and try and just get to him and lift him up or something.
And remind us, what kind of armor you're wearing?
Oh.
Plate.
Plate mail, okay. Well, again, so you're counting on this at least not being over 6 feet, right? So you see Solomon turns, he sprints, he leaps and splashes into the water. Yes, and you're down there as well. Thank you for the cheer, Camolise.
You got an
by the way, the
advantage.
creature should have taken damage from my blood.
Yes, I have that. And the reminder, the damage is
Just when I'm dead.
1 per round. Okay.
Can I use
It's not
advantages
a lot,
when
but
I'm
it's
dead?
something.
It is absolutely something. You see Shalelu. She sprints to the edge with her bow. She's trying to find a spot to shoot, but as she sees Irda and Solomon and not knowing where Cade is, she feels paralyzed and doesn't know what to do. Ixen, your fear round has ended now. You are about 60 feet away from the island. You hear screaming. You have no idea what's happened to Cade. You saw none of that. What do you do?
I use my wings and I'm gonna fly back.
All right. So you quaff a potion. No, you don't need to do that, right? So, all right. So you begin, and Ray looks at you. He points like, "Let's keep running."
I just shake my head and I activate my wings and start flying towards.
Okay.
And I wave him along.
All right. With your flight speed, you will take all 60 feet, and you'll get right to the edge of this, another 20 feet in that same round. Irda, as you sink down, you see Cade's body. He's lifeless now and limp, and you see the creature is actually hovering over his neck. It's got one hand on his right arm.
Okay, but Cade's within my touching distance?
Yes, Cade is now.
I'm casting heal on him right now. I'm doing cure serious wounds on Cade right this instant. That's 3d8.
All right, roll your cure serious.
11 plus 8 is 19 points of healing.
All right. And Cade, you don't know what to do with that yet, so don't do anything. The healing comes from Irda. As the healing strikes, you also feel the creature, it spins around underneath the water. As it does so, you see Cade's eyes are open and just blank toward the sky. Solomon, you dive in the water. You're fortunate as you hit the water. You sink. It's only about 4 feet deep here, and you see Irda touching Cade. He's wrestling beneath this creature, which is hovering over him. One hand on his throat, one hand on his arm.
Is any part of the creature above the water, or is both it and Cade entirely submerged?
Completely submerged.
And the creature took another point of damage from me as well.
Okay.
I'm going to just try and just pull Cade away from the creature. I have no idea if that's going to work, but I would like to try that.
All right, so you're on. Okay, so you reach down, you grab Cade's left arm on the side that you're on, and you pull on his left arm. Cade, I need you to roll a d20. Stop pouting and looking at me with that look. Roll a d20, please.
7. I'm sure you rolled higher.
You pull Cade. You see the creature. It turns and spins its eyes toward you.
Somebody kill that thing.
Blood floats all over the water. Cade just looks like a lifeless cadaver as you pull him out from underneath this creature. We go next round, initiative.
Oh, well,
Oh, no.
You're dead.
Yeah, you can't do anything. Sorry.
What happened?
So I rolled a fat 1, so
Yes.
that's not too good for the DM.
Yes. Okay, we have initiative. Alright. Solomon.
Looking at Cade's lifeless body, I grab my sword and try and pierce the head of this.
So again, Solomon, you're right here. You've got a 2-handed blade. You've got Cade with
It's
one arm.
one-handed.
Oh, you have a one hand. Oh, that's right. Yes, you've got Cade. You're pulling him out, so you're going to stop there while you're pulling him, and you're going to swing with your blade at this creature. Is that correct?
I'm gonna try and stab, because you said it was kind of on top of Cade.
Correct.
I'm going to try and stab instead
All right,
of
roll to hit.
slashing.
I'm going to say you're only going to get 1 attack since you're trying to pull Cade out of this. You're not going to get your full 2 attacks.
27.
Hey, Daedra.
Wait. Yes, 27.
All right, you hit. Roll damage. You feel your blade, the jagged blade that you pulled from Thistletop. Again, it sort of sparks as it strikes through this ethereal white-like creature.
19.
19 points of damage. You see a burst of green ichor spreads through the water. We go to you, Irda.
Alright, so just seeing Cade in this state and just frustrated and I'm already raging and she glows even more intensely bright, like solid light almost. And her wings are just very vibrantly almost solid because her rage is so intense right now. And she just reaches out and actually puts her hands on the as much as she can to the white, and she casts Cure Moderate Wounds on it to give it the that's what I'm using.
All right, roll your healing/damage spell, please.
17 points of damage.
So you see a warm yellow glow.
Plus 1 for 18 for the
18, which you've done 3 already with just your blood. You see Irda's blood as it floats through the water. The creature is reacting. The yellow light that glows from her hands casts a different hue against the verdant green of the creature. It sort of shakes and shrieks beneath the water, and it spins, baring its fangs. It's looking directly at you, Solomon. We go to you, Ixen.
I'm going to do a Cure Moderate Wounds on the creature with my wand.
Okay.
That would be 13.
13 points of damage.
Yes.
Okay. Again, you see the creature writhes and shakes. Its form starts to dissipate and then recoalesce. Solomon, as you're backing out, Cade's body is lifeless in your arms. It is the creature's turn. It spins and flies at you, Solomon.
Good.
The first blow, you duck aside as a diaphanous green hand spins right past you. You barely miss being struck with it. The second one comes across, the claw strikes you. It comes up from your growing and strikes up through your guts. You feel it hit. It passes through your armor, through your body. You take 16 points of damage, and I need you to make another DC 18 will save.
Gonna use another advantage.
Now, how many do you have left?
I'm not going to. I have 5.
Okay.
Gonna run away.
Don't be a bad idea. That's a 19. Wait, no, that's not. That's 16.
That's a 16.
No.
Solomon, as it rakes through you. You resisted the first time. You felt so close to terror. This time, the terror overwhelms you. You hear Solomon bellow out a scream, and he starts sloshing through the water in his heavy armor.
Pulling Cade with him.
He has dropped Cade back into the waters as Solomon sprints away in fear. Initiative.
5.
3. You have it. Solomon, you're Solomon. We'll make no comments here about Solomon's ability to pass on his genetics. All right, Irda. You see all this happen. You see the creature as it strikes Solomon. He suddenly screams and starts sloshing with his heavy armor through the water.
She's real mad right now, so I'm going to use the War Razor, which is coated in my blood, and I'm going to attack twice because I'm tired of these things.
All right, roll to hit.
Right. Oh, come on.
And that's a 21, no, 23.
That is a hit.
Alright, and my second attack is 18.
That is a miss.
Okay.
Roll your damage.
Alright. There's one there. So 11, 12 points of damage.
12 points of damage. All right. You slice your blade through the creature as it lets go of whatever it was holding inside of Solomon. It spins around towards you again. You see these long, talonous fingers, this ghastly image. It looks at you.
And her eyes are burning. I'm just...
Do not fight us. Join the darkness. Yours, Ixon.
I am going to do... So Solomon is currently running.
Yes,
Sir.
Solomon is currently running.
Okay, I'm gonna do a Tanglefoot bag on him so he stops running away.
Okay. All right. Roll to hit.
I don't think it's a roll to hit. I think it's a DC save.
Not a ranged attack.
No.
Verify
so
that
it's-
for me real quick.
No, it's just a DC.
Okay, and so he would want to save against this because he's trying to flee. So what is the DC?
DC is reflex 16, and it says reflex partial. So what does that mean?
Shouldn't it be higher though because I'm in plate mail in a swamp? Would that just out of curiosity?
I think that's a fair question. Just go ahead and roll.
That's a 2.
You seem very happy about that. You throw the vial as it lands. Irda,
Great
you
throw.
see, and Shalelu shouts as the Tanglefoot bag spreads vines, or the Tanglefoot vial spreads vines that just sprout up from the water. They grab Solomon by the heel, by the knee. He slams over, face first into the water.
Why not? Why couldn't I do it where he was just standing him up, like a bag?
That's not how that works, especially with his forward momentum with heavy plate. As those vines come up from the ground, it's grabbing his legs. So imagine someone running full speed, heavy, probably 300 pounds or so with all that armor, probably more, with all that armor, grabs his legs. He's going to go face first into the water. All right. The creature
Demon.
spins and attacks Irda. Remind me of your armor class.
Right now, 28.
Yeah, 28. Okay, that is a miss. You duck aside the first time. The second one, you feel a claw pass through you.
Okay.
You take 19 points of damage from the claw. I need you to broke knees, broke ankles. I need you to make a saving throw. DC 18 will save.
Oh, that's easy. That's a 28.
All right. In your enraged state, this creature's ability has no effect on you. You actually feel disdain.
And I kind of smirk at it like, yeah, what do I do right now?
All right. And then we go to initiative again. I have a 3.
Three.
Roll again. We have tied. A 2.
4.
Five.
Yes.
All right, you have it. Solomon, you're face down in the water. You're still trying to run. You still have a self-preservation instinct. Actually, I didn't roll the number of rounds here. Hang on. Let me roll that. All right, so you're still frightened for one further round. So you pick yourself up out of the water, gasping. You start trying to crawl away. These vines are holding you in place. You cannot move. Irda.
Alright, so I'm in combat with this thing.
Are the vines wrapped around my arms?
No, they're just around
Can I
your
try
leg.
and cut them?
Sure. Well, yeah, you actually probably would try to do that because you're trying to run. So you start turning around, kind of splashing through the water. Here it's about 3 feet deep. So you're kind of up on your knees and you start hacking back behind you, trying to cut those vines. Irda.
Okay, I'm going to attack again.
Okay.
Kill it.
I'm going to attack. Oh my gosh. Okay, first attack is 21.
That misses.
Okay.
As you strike, the creature, even though its hands, its arms appear ethereal, it solidifies in time to block your arm, push your blow away. Roll your second attack.
That's a 20.
A total of 20?
Total of 20.
Same thing. Blocks again.
He still takes 1 point of damage from.
Right.
I'm
Thank
gonna
you.
throw a flask at him.
A flask of what?
I guess I'm gonna.
What flask? Well, hey, G-Dubs, good to see you, sir. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for all the... Daedra, it's good to see you again. Haven't seen you in a minute. It's good to have you on. Shane O'Mac as well, Pat66, all of you guys, thank you. Electricity.
I think that would be terrible.
All right, I'm just gonna do. I'm gonna do Shield of Force on Irda, which gives her a +4 to armor class. So.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right, you see Ixen, you're momentarily disoriented because Ixen actually throws the potion directly at you. Irda, you for a moment wonder if he has finally decided to betray the party. But as it strikes you, you feel an energy flow across your body.
So now I'm at 31.
Okay.
Thanks.
All right. And the creature attacks Irda again. That is a miss. You feel the force shield that now is covering your body repels the first attack. The second attack, that is a hit.
Oh my gosh.
And that is not a critical.
Goodness.
You take 14 points of damage,
Alright.
and I need you to make a DC 18 will save again.
Alright. Yeah, easy. 49.
You continue to mock this creature's fear. It is Solomon. You now come to your senses. Oh, well, Shalelu. Yeah, it's great. So that so now the creature is above the
She has
water.
like 3.
So yes, she can. She was hesitant to strike before, so she will.
That should be 2 rounds for her.
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
very good. Thank. No, you're fine. Because actually, I confessed this week. A little OOC here. This is one of my biggest struggles. I get into the joy of the combat. I forget about NPCs all the time. So it's very helpful. I don't mind
And
player
we need
reminders.
them.
All right, here we go. You see her first arrow. It goes right through the creature into the water, doing no damage. Her second arrow does the same. Her third arrow goes high as she's trying not to hit Irda. She's
Really?
sort of threading the needle.
I love how your rolls are bad for the NPC.
No, I've not used advantage against you guys.
Well, I would use it on her.
She is having no luck with the bow. The diaphanous nature of this
Sounds like she's
creature,
not that good.
it doesn't connote arrow damage, and clearly you have already seen this, so I'll give you a quick OOC here. It's only damaged by magic. If you don't have a magic item, and she doesn't have magical arrows, you don't know what her bow is, but these arrows are common arrows. They're passing right to the creature.
Yeah.
Ray certainly can go.
All right. I'm gonna put myself in his shoes because he wouldn't really know what to do. He would just act. So he's gonna throw a flask.
What flask is he going to throw?
Well, we don't know. Great. So we're gonna leave it up to the D4 die.
What?
Okay.
1 will be a frost bomb. 2 will be fire. 3 will be acid, and 4 will be electricity.
No. Don't think that's.
Okay.
So that's a frost. Is that what I said?
Yes.
Frost? Okay.
Yep. Okay. Go ahead and roll.
8.
That misses it.
Yeah, so
gosh.
the vial is tiny, and again, this creature is ethereal. So the vial, it technically hits, but it passes right through it. It does not explode at the right point. Solomon, you see something explodes in the water nearby you, and it puts frost and ice across the surface of the water. But now your mind has come clear. You realize what's happened. The moment this occurs, those vines descend back beneath the ground. Initiative.
Alright.
Oh no, bad timing for the DM's 1.
Good timing.
No, good timing.
Another 5.
Yes.
All right, Irda.
No, Solomon.
Oh, Solomon, yes, Solomon.
I start running back. I don't know how far.
Well, fortunately, because of Ixon's spell, you are not too far. You're only about 15 feet away. You can slosh back through the water. You have a reduced movement rate, but you can still get 1, not 2, 1 attack.
All right.
Come on. You all gotta start rolling
I think
better.
I've used. I think I used my precise strike and vital strike last week. But
Well, so it's
did you use
once
them
per
in the-
combat. So
In this combat.
you did use them in this combat,
Okay.
yes. So you've used both of those.
all right, that's a 24 to hit.
That just hits. Roll damage, please. So again, you feel this jagged blade procured from Thistletop. It bites. It's got some unique ability to bite into
Keep it
this
in the
creature's form.
That's a 14. How is it not dead?
Tell me what it looks like.
So utterly enraged by just the past probably 15, 20 minutes, Solomon was trying to sleep, and then Cade starts dying, Ixon runs away, I start running away. So filled with just complete fury from Irda's raging song, I grab my sword with a, I don't know what the grip is called, but where the blade is down
Belt.
here,
Oh, okay.
and
Sure.
just plunge.
You thrust it through, and again, while the
as long
creature's
as Cade is not directly
ethereal,
underneath.
he's not. While the creature's ethereal, your blade has this ability. It bites in. What does it look like as it goes through the creature's body?
It saws it open, and all of the green ichor just starts spewing everywhere, gets all over Cade specifically. And then my armor and Irda's armor, I would assume, would be absolutely covered in it.
Yeah. All right. So the same horrific sound. It echoes through the area. It's a horrible howling sound as the creature dissipates and cries out. You see motes of virulent green disappear into the sky, and then all is still again.
It's my initiative, so I'm gonna immediately grab Cade and pull him back up and out of the water.
I help Irda pull Cade out of the water. Hey!
Oh, hey, Svetine, thank you very much for the sub.
Huzzah!
So you pull.
Well, can I say huzzah?
Yes. You pull him up, back up onto the
I'm
area.
gonna
Yes.
immediately check him for pulse and stuff. Can I sense any life left in Cade?
So, as you pull him up, it is not difficult to see. One,
Choose your words.
there is a thready pulse that even with your healing
What?
is disappearing, and you see Cade's arm has been ripped off from the right arm from the elbow down.
No! Save my arm! Save my arm! Save my arm!
I think saving you is more important than the arm.
No! Save my arm!
His life is about to
Cure
end.
serious wounds right now.
All right, go ahead and roll.
Peg arm.
No! No!
We can just.
Oh gosh, I didn't even think of that.
Oh,
I don't want a hook! I want my arm!
Sure, a pirate.
No! I don't want to be that kind of
You're
pirate.
healing.
21 points.
Your healing. Stop kicking me. Your healing spell imbues light into Cade's body. As he chokes, you see water and blood come out of his throat. You feel his pulse steadies. The profuse bleeding that was leaking out of his arm stops. But his arm is severed from the elbow down.
Is it his sword?
Heal my arm!
You can't heal an arm that isn't there.
Find it!
What if you attach a sword to
the
your
swamp is once again still. After a few moments, the crickets.
No, I don't like this.
This is the dangers of DMing your own wife. Like, I'm getting death stares over here. The crickets and the frogs.
Now you can only drink
Return.
rum with one hand.
Sleeping on the couch is right. Sorry, the dice are the dice.
What if instead of a hook shoot?
I didn't need to lose an arm. How did I lose my arm?
That
Because
was
it
the
was-
critical I rolled.
Am I wide awake? Because I'm going to go search for my arm.
No, you're not wide awake.
I
You're
make sure to
unconscious.
get the arm out of the water.
Did somebody find my arm?
All right,
thank
so-
you.
Trying
Thank
to
you.
find it.
All right, so
I'm
you
sending to right
see
now.
this,
Take care of
Solomon.
the arm.
You run back into the water. Go ahead and move Cade and Irda back up.
While
No!
while Solomon is searching for the arm, I'm actually going to go ahead and recast my tiny hut so that we have a safe place for the rest of the evening and hopefully can get the rest of our full rest.
All right, you recast,
And I'm going to make it look the same as it looked before with the.
and
Is
this.
your raging song?
You see this Solomon. You see Nixon. You also see this hut re-erect itself. For a moment, it looks like bits of brick and mortar and wood, and then suddenly it transforms itself into looking exactly like the swamp around you, and it becomes almost invisible.
I feel like this is a bad idea to sleep here after we just got ambushed by.
But you're not. Are you talking? Or are you searching?
I'm yelling.
All right, roll d20 and add your perception, please.
15.
Please, oh, please. Yes, he finds it.
The water is mucky and murky, and you're searching around. The mud seems to be sucking things down into it here. You do not see his arm anywhere.
Irda, can I get some light? And
I can. Well, what I can do is I can actually cast.
I can
daylight.
confirm this is a real thing. Lost a shoe in a pond. Sucked it right out of my foot this weekend.
Yeah, the mush fens, this thick mud, it just sort of sucks
My
things
spells
down
can
into
go
it.
through the hut, so I'm going to actually use my daylight spell, and I'm just going to cast it. Kind of. It fills just an area, unless I specifically cast it on something. So I'm just going to let it fill the area. And yeah. So
All right, as Irda casts her spell, suddenly light flares into the area
would there not be blood like?
everywhere.
That's yes.
Yeah, and
also
it's
the arm.
the water is a red-brown murk.
Okay, I'm just going through it. I'll search for a while, but
Somebody find me arm!
All right, go ahead and roll again, d20. And this is going to be your last opportunity
I'll
to
give him
search.
an advantage!
yeah, I'm taking advantage. I'll send the blind man down to go search for a tiny arm in this giant swamp.
full light now.
23?
Wait, hold on.
Total of 23?
Total of 23.
Yeah.
Gorilla glue. I am sorry. You search through the
That's
water.
ridiculous!
You do not see any
Come
sign of
on.
the arm.
You're just not wanting to find it.
No,
That's a
I
good
haven't.
roll.
No,
It's not that great a roll. This is the second round. That might have gotten it round one. It continues to sink beneath the mud. There is, like, you've been fighting in this mud, or fighting this water. The mud there's blood everywhere. There's bits of body parts. It's like finding this is the needle in the haystack.
bait for fish.
You do not find the arm.
I get back on the rock.
I don't want a hook.
You can
I have not made any suggestions at all.
Be a stubby Cade.
All right, so
Cade
you all.
one arm.
Yeah.
We get you a wooden, instead of a peg leg, a peg arm.
Look, okay. So we're gonna do a quick OOC here. The game has consequences. You guys have benefited from critical dice rolls on numerous occasions.
Malfeshnikor.
Malfeshnikor would be just one example.
Captain No Beard and Captain No Arm.
Yeah, you. These critical tables carry consequences. This game is not.
Well, somebody could have found it.
Well, they could have, but they didn't. This is not a computer role-playing game. I'm sorry, the arm was not found. You get back inside the tent. As you're back.
I'm going to just kind of. I don't think you took any damage, did you, Exton?
I took quite a lot.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just kind of going to expend the rest of my healing spells for the evening out kind of amongst all of us.
They hate it.
I have... Oh, oops. Hold on. Tiny hut cast. Alright, so...
I'm gonna do that too. I have.
Okay, so I'm looking at... I know Kate's in the worst shape.
I should be fine. I'm gonna just use mine on myself.
Alright, I got any
Alright.
Spare
limbs,
arms.
healing, growing
You
spells.
know who probably does? Romero.
Oh, I hadn't thought of this, but the good news is,
Okay.
in your pick, the bottle is in your left hand, and we can't see your right arm, so the pick still works.
No, it would still work because that was done before. We don't change the scripture.
Cure Mother Wounds. The first one is going to Cade.
It may not be the
Ooh,
Count
that was
Shadow
really
back.
good.
Oh, Redbeard! I was wondering what you had to say. What was the roll?
26 total healing for
26. All right, so Cade, you were at 1 hit point. You are now at 27 hit points.
Wait. What if we got you a spell on a bottle of rum that made it a bottomless bottle of rum, and you just had it in your left hand or your right
At all
hand
times.
at all times, so you could just swig at all times.
How would I fight?
All right, so you're now conscious. You look up, Cade. And this is actually your first chance to actually role play instead of just glare
I
at
don't
the
even know how
DM.
to roleplay right now. I don't.
Okay, you're Cade. You wake up, you look, you see, you have nothing from the elbow on the right arm down.
Somebody get my arm!
Somebody get my arm!
Get to me arm!
Cade, I search.
No! Okay, now I'm angry.
I'm just going to expend...
Someone.
All right, so you
some
feel
rum.
Irda's hands, they heal you further. While the wound now looks cauterized, the stub is clean and healed. Ixen suggests to you this idea of some sort of permanent bottle of rum.
Terrible.
Phantom hand.
I don't know how much I've healed.
So, one sec. That was 26 that I just did to you, and now I'm going to do the rest.
Captain
Oh, 13?
said this story has now become 13. It now become the story of Cade's spiral down into alcoholism.
You get 8 more.
Who does?
You get 8
Ah,
more.
beautiful. Thank
All
you.
right, Irda continues to wield her healing powers.
Oh,
The spells fill the hut with a warm glow.
Alright, and then I'm going to cure Kate again. That's 11 more points. How you doing, Solomon?
I'm a little under the weather,
I'm also a little under the weather, so
but I have a feeling
I might
Cade needs it considerably more than I do.
I have a wand as well.
I might use my last cure on myself just so that I'm
I do a cure moderate on Solomon with the wand.
All right, you see Ixen walks over, wields a wand. It extends a thin yellow ray, and you feel healing to the amount of...
20 points of damage.
Wow.
Much appreciated.
Alright.
You're marking those charges off?
Yes.
Okay.
And that's all I can do for today.
All right, so you're now... There's a natural illumination inside the hut. Yeah.
And the daylight spell outside.
The daylight spell will eventually go up, but you still have the natural illumination of the hut. Cade looks despondent. He sits in the corner glowering at some unseen force that appears to have caused this damage to him.
Oh, And I take a big swig of rum.
Amen.
So it's going to last for an hour and 20 minutes, daylight spell.
Okay. You pull out your rum. It's a bit difficult to unstop her with one hand. But you manage to work
This isn't funny.
the cork
I
off.
do it with my mouth.
All right, you pull it out with your mouth, and you see Cade takes an unusually large swig of rum.
Where's my pigeon?
So, interestingly,
Yeah, what happened to Parlay? Did you kill him too?
Parlay.
Oh, I did leave him on the boat, didn't I?
You left
Yeah,
him on the
yeah.
crow's nest.
Parlay.
Well, at least Parlay's safe.
Parlay is not here. He is still on the boat.
And the boat's safe, as far as we know.
better
Sully's
be.
got it under control.
Sully is my right-hand man.
Literally?
Unintentional pun. All right, the remainder of the night passes uneventfully. You do sleep fitfully. Each of you regains 2 hit points of natural healing from the rest. While it was a disrupted night, you are feeling safe
think?
inside this hut. And so you each
There
get
is
2
no
hit points
safety.
back. All spells and abilities are restored, and it is now dawn. You see this natural light coming over the horizon, over the swamp.
What a night.
Okay, that was terrible.
Oh, it wasn't a dream. And I look and I point at Cade's arm and smirk a little bit.
Do I have anything to throw at him?
You got a bottle of rum in your hand.
I don't want to waste that.
Are you sure you're proficient at throwing with your offhand?
Oh, I'll get proficient.
All right, so you doing anything else before you leave the
You
hut?
shouldn't laugh. That's not nice.
Well, actually, I will consume my rations.
I played characters with missing eyes, missing fingers, all of the above, so.
It's a whole arm.
It's half an arm.
I'd rather lose an arm than an eye.
I would rather lose an arm than an eye.
I could wear a patch.
You can wear a sword
It's hard
on
to
your
fight!
arm. So then attach a sword to your arm.
This is dumb.
And then you just have to wave your arm around. Like this.
They're called
you-
pig leg pirates, not pig arm pirates.
Okay, you have to fight like this now.
All right, you step out of the hut. You see, thankfully, the horses. Wait, hold on. Let me grab a clip of that and make sure I have that. The horses are still there, thanks to Irda's calming spells. Shadow Mist.
I guess that is.
Yeah, Shadow Mist. He kind of stomps almost in a predatory fashion for a horse, looking around the swamp. He seems agitated, as though perhaps he failed in some way.
I'm going to go to him and just put a hand on the side of his head and say it's okay. You did what you could. You're very brave.
He kind of flips his head. He nods, in your direction, but you can see there's a sentient discontent here for him at what's happened. The other horses just look skittish, only calmed and remaining by your spell. It is now morning. What do you do?
I want to peer into the water from the battle of last night and just see if there's maybe something that is
So you're
slightly
taking
odd-looking.
one more look off the edge.
One final
there.
look.
All right, go ahead and roll d20 for me, please.
Nat 20.
Is it a nat 20?
Yeah.
All right, I need you to roll again. Then we're going to treat this as a confirmation.
Mary, put us up the heavens.
15.
What's your perception bonus?
Plus 7, so 22.
Amazingly, you actually do see a finger that's sticking up out of the mud now that the water has settled and cleared. There's a finger sticking up out of the mud.
Kate, I think I found it.
Oh, baby! I jump in and get me arm.
Are you gonna swim?
It's only 4 feet.
Yeah.
You see, Cade leaps in the water. Cade. All right, I'm going to assume you were smart enough to actually stop, look, see where it's at.
Yes,
you
of course I did.
You didn't just obscure everything by leaping into it. I do want to sleep somewhere tonight. So you leap into the water. You see Cade starts fishing with his left arm. Your hand reaches in and you feel something cold it's the most unbelievable, disorienting feeling to hold your own
But it's
dead
been
and
in the
lifeless
cold,
hands.
so it's been preserved.
Yeah, it's not that cold. You pull, as you pull the arm out, you see it's been ripped right at the elbow. The tendons are still dangling out of the arm. There are leeches that are covering it.
I say there's no repairing that.
No! Somebody reattach it! Anybody!
Cade,
Okay.
Redbeard is happy
I
for
go.
the found
I grab the arm.
Thank you, Redbeard.
Ixon!
Sorry,
What potions do you have?
I take out adhesive spittle. I spit into it and I just slap it on the edge of her stomach and be like, "There you go." So it sticks.
That's terrible.
When you don't know what to do with your party, like seriously, all right. So
That's the stupidest thing. Heal
Ask me
it.
to
Don't you have something? You turned me goblins into something. You turned Ray into something. Turn this arm.
turn me into a newt.
Turn it into something.
A bird?
Ixon stares at you flatly.
I can reattach it. So it's just a dead arm.
Can you bring life to it?
I wouldn't even know where to begin with that. I am not.
I can try
I
something.
could take off the other one to make it even,
But I don't know how.
but I
it would
don't
turn
think
out.
we should.
Shilelu, she looks over. Kate, I fear this is beyond repair. It would take a priest of the highest powers to do such a thing.
I disagree. I can try something.
Oh no.
Okay, what?
Cade, let's think back to
Hold on,
when Ixon has
let
tried
me hear
something.
Ixon out. Do you have me
I
best?
am 2 for 3 at trying things.
Do you have me
Bye,
best
Daedra.
at heart?
Yes, I have my best at heart too, and I would like to accomplish
What do you have in mind?
my own ingenuity to
But what will it do to my arm?
hopefully grow it back.
As for what?
Hopefully in all.
A human?
A human arm? I don't
the
want
goal.
to. What?
That is the goal.
Will it turn me body into something else?
That is not the goal.
But could it happen?
Yes.
Oh no! Oh,
It's
yeah.
either this or no arm.
Or a sword arm?
I don't know.
What if you put like a cutlass on the end? In true pirate fashion.
I want me arm.
Nixon is offering a solution.
What is the down? What could happen?
Anything. Think of your worst nightmare.
Oh, have you done this before?
No, I don't particularly deal with amputees as yourself.
What should I do? What should I do?
Cade, I think the best course of action is either a hook, sword arm, knife arm, spoon arm, bottle arm, arm.
Swiss
No, well,
Army arm.
Okay,
Agreed.
no anachronisms,
Oh.
please. The
Okay.
the viewers can do it, but not the players.
Okay.
Not multifunctional arm.
I ask, I take out a little dagger and I begin filleting the arm.
Oh! Why are you filleting my arm?
And I'm going to, kind of like chop it.
I give you
And
permission.
I'm mixing it.
Wait a minute! I did not give him permission.
Well,
to do
no,
this.
I don't need you to tell me what. I need you to role play this. What are you doing? You see him take a knife to your dead
What
lifeless
are
arm.
you doing?
I'm going to make a potion.
Hey, good question, by the way. If you're watching today and you haven't given us a follow yet or a sub and you like what we're doing, hey, one question for you. What are you doing?
I did not give you my arm.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. I went to slap it on with adhesive spittle, but you
That was
stopped
stupid.
it. Okay,
We are wasting time.
Oh my gosh.
This is hopeless, and
what would you be doing if you lost an arm, Shillelagh? Okay, so I begin.
I would bandage the wound and move on with my cause. Many things are lost in
My
the battle
pride is
against
at
evil.
stake.
I think pride is exactly your problem, Cade.
Okay, I begin chopping up the arm to bits and pieces.
While he's doing
I'm just kind of watching in shock.
preparations, I'm getting the horses ready for us to continue our ride.
All right, you put the tacking and get the horses all prepped and ready. Yeah, he is pure chaos magic. Again, Shadow Mist. You just see discontent, and you sense an eagerness to almost to redeem himself. Just in the way he carries himself, he's looking at you frequently. The sentience of this horse shocks you at times. He almost appears human without the ability to speak in terms of how intelligent he is. Solomon, what are you doing?
I'm just watching in shock as Ixon starts chopping up Cade's arm.
I do that. I take 3.
You're a foul scourge of the sea!
I take 3 Cure Light wounds and I pour them in with the adhesive spittle. Then I take a piece of her hair.
Him? I'm not a she!
Or a piece of his hair and I put it in. And then I ask for his hand.
In marriage?
No. I'm going to, can I draw a little bit of blood? I've always wanted to try this, to regenerate an arm. Put the blood in it and I begin mixing it. And then I say, I need a couple more ingredients. It needs to marinate for about a week.
What ingredients?
You probably don't want to know.
Of me?
No.
Oh.
Right arm stew. All right, so you see Ixon, he takes this, he puts whatever this concoction is, bits and pieces, into a vial. He corks it, says it's going to take a while to, I believe marinate was the term he used, with a couple of missing ingredients. And with that, you are finished. So you
Your is finished, for sure.
you turn and you take off through the fens, and you continue to travel throughout the day. It's rough going, but as she did before, Shalelu continues to help you navigate through the mush fens.
And I'm feeling much less
And-
than a man.
And
Not even me arm.
as we go, I'm going to take care of that. But I also, I just want to be using my perception abilities to look out for any other monsters.
All right, sure. So go ahead and everybody roll d20 for me, please.
Look out for the swamp creatures. 6.
Natural
18.
20?
Okay. All right.
Oh, do I need to roll
Yeah.
something?
Yeah,
26.
20. All right. So Irdra, you notice that as you're traveling through the fens, there are places where underwater you see sinuous forms moving, and Shalelu seems to have an instinctive knowledge of where to go. No one else seems to notice this, but she is guiding you past these forms through the swamp. You travel for about half the day until you get outside the mush fens, find yourself back on solid ground. As you're traveling
As soon as
through
we
the afternoon, go ahead.
back on solid ground, I want to ride up beside Cade and just reach out, and I'm going to cast a Cure Moderate Wounds on him.
All right, you cast another healing spell on Cade. Once again, Cade, you are blessed by Irda's healing.
17.
You receive 17 points of healing. As she does this,
I'm still less than half a man.
Okay, I will do it one more time.
as she does this, there is a crack of thunder
Oh no.
and rain begins to fall. This early winter rain carries a chill with it.
Better?
That's a little better.
Okay. I will also do a Cure Light Wounds. I don't want to not have anything in case we run into something else. That's a 10 more.
You,
Many thanks, Irda.
the rain, it's a good steady rain. It's chill, the kind of rain that just puts winter cold into your bones. The wind is light, but just that even light wind. You now see forest on your right and a trail that knifes between the forest and a large lake. Shalelu looks over. That is Clay Bottom Lake. Turtleback Ferry will be just a few miles ahead. We can make it by nightfall if we hurry.
Then let's
That's a good
hurry.
idea.
All right. You pick up the pace with your horses. They're antsy as they clap along the trail. Clearly unsettled by the evening before, despite Irda's spell. As you move along, you see the trail again. It continues to sort of knife between the forest, which Shalelu tells you is the Ashwood to your right, and Clay Bottom Lake to the left. Soon the trail becomes muddy. The horses muck through it. There's a dreariness. You feel a damp, not just of life, but of spirit.
Yes, our spirits are.
Cade just seems to be dragging down the whole party.
Yo, a pirate's life.
Kate, how are you going to say that a
Me
pirate
spirits
life is
are-
for you if you don't even want a hook?
Because I never imagined myself as a pirate with a hook. I liked me arms,
I mean, to me,
me legs, and me eyes.
to me, it sounds like the pirate life is not for
Well,
you.
how would you like to have less than an arm?
Well, I'm not claiming that the pirate life is for
You
me.
know what? I could be a whole pirate and still be a good pirate. Did you ever think of
You're
that?
missing half of them.
While you bicker, the town is there.
Oh, Shalelu, hush.
Shalelu nods ahead.
Yeah.
And you see a good-sized town right on the edge, the northern edge of Clay Bottom Lake. People are walking around, and you see they almost mimic Cade's mood. Many of them heads down,
Well, it's a
hurrying,
dreary place.
casting furtive glances over shoulders.
I look at Cade and I say, this will require 2 pints of blood.
From who? Should we kill me?
But you need time.
Speak up.
But you need time for your blood to replenish itself. So, in 3 days,
Exactly, Redbeard.
I will drain 2 pints of blood from you, and it will also be 100 platinum pieces that I will need. I will use 50 of my own.
Oh my. Where are you putting this money? And how are you growing me arm?
I'm not using it for the money, I'm using it for the material.
I don't know. Maybe I should just do a hook.
Huh?
Will it work?
I hope so.
Oh. No. I ain't giving you 50 platinum for a hope so.
Ray peeks over his shoulder.
I'll be using 50 of my own.
I will give you my 50 platinum if it helps Kate.
I don't. Can we trust him?
Anything for you, Kate. Like, I just want to make you
I show,
okay.
I put my 50 platinum down, or whenever, are we stopped? Or
No, you're at the edge of the town. You see the people, they're almost ignoring you. There's sort of noises on the street. The rain continues to fall. Again, this damp, dreary feeling in the town. You're sort of on the outskirts of the town.
Okay.
Arg. Fine. Oh, you're very kind, Irda. How about if we split it 25 each?
I can do that. I will give.
Everybody roll a d20 and add your perception, please.
Oh no.
25?
That is
You guys are killing me past 66.
14.
Redbeard.
a 22.
Arg.
17,
22, 14, 17, what?
25.
25.
Okay, 25.
And Solomon, my moods have been a little down.
Never
and I
mind.
haven't quite gotten me bearings that have lost me my favorite arm. But I want to thank you for trying to find me arm. And
I didn't
Whoever-
try to find it. I
you
found
did find, but trying so many times.
So yeah, I gave Ixon the 25 of
And whoever saved me.
Alms for the poor! Alms for the poor! You see an old man, he kind of staggers over. He's got a
Oh, he's
cane
got
in
his
one
arms.
hand
He's got both
and a
of them.
handout.
I flick him a copper.
Hey, flick him a
He
copper.
snatches it from the air with
Here's a
surprising
copper.
deftness. You are most kind, sir. Is that all?
Here's another copper.
Yes, that's all.
You see,
Here's
like,
two.
he definitely tosses one coin into a pouch inside his robe and snatches the other 2 coins from the air. Why, thank you. bid you Godspeed, and may you avoid the fates that have bestricken us. And he turns and starts walking away.
That's interesting. Interesting behavior. I also give Ixon my 25 platinum.
Good man!
With slight
call him back.
reluctance.
Call back the man.
What? Oh, more coins! You have more homes for the poor!
If you can tell us where a good place for rum is.
I have not partaken of such spirits in many a year, but the Bottoms Up is the place to be here in Turtleback Ferry. You can find good rum there.
How do you know it's good if you haven't shaken it?
I could tell you, but I'd need another coin.
Don't give it to him.
I'll taste the rum first. If I like it, I'll give you it. Here we go.
Okay, is that what you're doing?
Yes.
All right, so it doesn't take you long. You make your way through the rain-drenched streets of Turtleback Ferry. These are all a combination of stuccoed wood. Some houses have proper wooden roofs, some have thatch. The rain sheets off. There are several fireplaces burning. The smell of chamber pots you can smell still in the air. The rain is kind of mingling it all together, and there is a sense of depression in this town as you walk through. I need everyone to roll a d20 for me again. Add your perception checks.
10.
Really?
21.
Well, what are we rolling?
Perception.
20.
27.
Give me some good news.
Okay. All right. You get to the.
I check my purse first before we get there.
Really?
Yes.
All right. You check your purse and you find there is nothing amiss. You have all your coins.
Good.
And you step through two wooden doors. Sign above says "Bottoms Up," and there is a plump rear end, kind of featured on it with the dress hiked up. Not too graphic, but
Look,
just
Cadence.
enough to give the imagination. And you step through into a smoky inn. The air is acrid. Like so many you've been in before, the sounds of people talking, gambling. There is a bit of of a flute player in the corner. The fireplace burns. You smell the stench of rotting sawdust. It's not a top-end place.
Oh,
nearby
great.
for our horses?
Well,
There is a stable just outside.
Okay.
this is not the Rusty Dragon.
I'm going to just let everybody else get off the horses, and I'm going to gather them and bring them to the stable. And I'm going to pay whoever's there tending the horses. I'm going to pay them 2 gold to extra take care of our horses very well.
As you hand it to the man, he looks at you. Oh, I'll take right good care of these horses for you. 2 gold. I'll take care of them for all month, all week. Is there anything else I can do for you, lass?
That's it for now, thank you. Just watch the horses.
Oh, good on you. He tucks them into his pouch.
Alright. And I will join the rest.
All right, so you're inside the inn now, the tavern rather. The Bottoms Up. It's, as I said, described it earlier. It's a fairly standard inn. The people are not quite as lively as the music suggests here, but it's the only tavern music I have. They're kind of somber over their cups, and a few of them look up at you mistrustfully, some almost resentful.
As I step into the tavern, I will take the down and hold it up with your brain. Now that we are in.
As you take your hood down, you immediately garner a reaction. You see several people turn. Some of the men of the tavern immediately start ogling you, even with your damp hair, just the glowing skin, your violet eyes almost iridescent in the firelight. You're gaining attention from all over the inn.
Right. Perhaps we can at least get some rest here.
I go to the bar and get some rum.
also go to the bar and I buy Kate a drink.
Oh, you're a good man, Solomon.
Actually, would this fine establishment happen to sell barrels? of rum.
So there's an oily-looking, slender man behind the
We should
counter with
taste it.
hair slicked back. He looks up with kind of a beady-eyed, narrow gaze. We sell. Yes, I can give a barrel of rum if you got the coin for it.
All right.
Let's taste it first.
Yes. Can I get just some rum first?
And a plate of food.
Not from the barrel.
You're not from around here, are you?
No.
What's made you think?
What brings you to our town?
We're just passing through.
Are you investigating with the happenings? We need some help. Perhaps you're here to do that.
What sort of happenings?
Well,
are
we
you
are
talking
the
about?
heroes of
Yeah.
Sandpoint.
We've saved a few towns every now and then, but
Sandpoint. That's a backwater town on the sea, right?
this is some back.
I might have heard of it once.
I stopped mid-sentence before he notices. So what's been going on?
Well, we've not heard from the Black Arrows in many weeks now. And, well, the hunters, they say the monsters are coming back into the forest, and the creatures, they're increasingly attacking us.
They're hungry for arms.
Yeah, look at this one.
He looks over at you, kind of perplexed.
I lost me arm. Good man.
Well, I see your wound is well healed, though. He kind of shrugs his shoulders like he doesn't know what to say to you. They're saying that maybe the Black Arrows have been overrun.
Black
Probably.
arrows. What are the black arrows?
You're not from around here, for sure.
Well, no.
I thought we made that one obvious, but guess not.
No need to be smart with me, lad, if you want me wrong.
The accent.
Fair enough, lass. I'll take some sass from you, not from the likes of this one. The Black Arrows, they're the ones that inhabit the Fort Rannoch. They have protected this town for 5 decades now.
I see.
Ah,
They've gone silent.
We have heard word.
interesting. Coincidence?
Hey, Abyssal DM.
Perhaps. Yes. Alright. Well.
Hey, maybe we can give you a hand. I only have one to give.
He kind of steps away from Cade, like whatever he has might be catching.
I lean over to Kay and I say, I don't think these people have a sense of humor.
I don't.
All right, everyone, roll d20 for me, please. Add your perception checks.
Alright.
19.
24.
Oh, I'm getting more perceptive.
19.
Okay,
Give me some information. I got a 24.
you did.
I get my.
So,
got a
my good
27
sir,
last time and I didn't see
Can I get some rum? For me and my friend.
He nods. You see, he goes behind the bar. He comes back in a moment, and he's got a flagon filled about half full of a dark liquid.
I flick him a copper for it, however much.
He takes the copper, looks at you as though waiting.
Another one.
He takes a second copper and he slides you the mug.
I take a nice hearty swig and pass it to Kay.
It's strong, very strong. It's got a bitter flavor to it.
Kay, I don't think you'll like this better than me.
But I am a man of good taste, and my rum. Is
The rum will
always-
make you forget about your arm.
Oh, I take a big swig.
All right, Cade, you quaff it back. It tastes a bit watery to you, but still, it's got a nice.
Watery, and it's like that strong. I've been feeding him my good stuff. He should be used
And
to it.
he's been struggling too, so he still does not have the palate that you have.
You don't need some hair on your chest, boy.
You quaff it back. It's got a good smoky flavor to it. The man looks over at you. It'll be a gold for a barrel.
No,
pass.
no. Sorry, sir, but I'm a man of discerning taste. I discern this is not my favorite rum. Will it is? Take a drink. Thank you.
Suit yourself.
And perhaps some food?
Yes.
It better be better than this rum.
You see, Ixon's been like reading through a book. He closes it sharply, and he walks up to Cade, and he says, I'm going to need
up.
I'm going to need that expensive bottle of rum. And every last drop.
Oh my gosh! I don't think. Why?
All right, I'm sorry. I just every once in a while, one of the viewers does something that I give the viewer MVP comment to, and it goes to Shane O'Mac today for the book is called A Farewell to Arms. All right, back in character.
See, proportionally, this is a very big regeneration. Had you lost a finger, you might only need a sip
While they're talking, the two of you roll d20, please.
of the rum.
Then do use an advantage.
Which is exactly why I've had to use 3 cure life wounds.
7.
And is this going to bring me arm back?
Never mind.
That is your only
You
chance.
rolled 2 1s on your perception check? I'm trying to think of a good way to fumble that I could. There's nothing I can really do with this one, but if I could, I would.
Some very attractive stranger catches my eye and distracts me from it.
Me Parisian rum.
The Parisian rum.
Why do you need the Parisian rum? You didn't even know I had it a week ago.
The rum for the arm.
Right,
Why?
Pat 66?
Why? Why the rum? Why not the cheap rum? Why my Parisian rum?
Pat said
Because
he's gonna pickle
It
it.
says
He's gonna what?
He's gonna pickle it.
it says it requires a great sacrifice.
Oh my gosh! I wish Parlay was here.
Better have
Rather
in the
give
boat.
a Parlay than my rum.
Then that's
That's
a
not a
great
good sacrifice.
Oh boy. I guess y'all just saw me heart. My heart is in the rum.
Yes.
Ah!
You give
Do
him
I
that.
want an arm or do I want a hook? And me Parisian rum. I don't know. This is a special bottle.
That is a good question. Do you want not even? It's not even a question of do you get your arm. It's a question of do you have a chance
Oh,
trusting Ixon to get your arm, or even as
I know.
he mentioned
Are
to you, perhaps
do
your
you-
what'd you say her could be her worst nightmare? I think you might have said.
wait, no. This could. Wait, you're. This is the same one?
If I had to give you the odds of you getting your arm back,
Speak up.
your normal arm back is almost impossible.
Oh.
But an arm that is fully functionable, that looks mostly like this arm, I would say 80%.
Mostly? Wait a minute. Oh. Okay, hold on. I think I want me 25 platinum back, and I think I'm gonna just go with the hook. I cannot trust you to give me something
I cannot-
that mostly looks at an 80% chance.
I cannot regenerate flesh and bone.
You're now. You see there.
Oh, I don't want a monster arm. I'll take me 25
Well,
back and keep me rum and don't get a functioning weapon.
I say a monster arm would also be flesh and bone.
No, I don't want it.
There's several of the tavern patrons they're starting to look over and pay attention to this
I'll take-
discussion. It's
give Gear
clearly
Attacker
caught their
25.
attention.
I am not. Nope. I'll take a weapon on me hand. I'll learn to function without it. Maybe
wouldn't want-
a weapon with a bottle opener
You
or
wouldn't
something.
Want an impenetrable metallic hand.
Ooh,
and arm.
wait a minute.
Kate is learning.
Oh, a metallic arm.
And
Does
it would-
it
yes.
actually? Oh,
Will it work?
Like I said.
All right,
there's a
I'll give you
chance.
back your 25.
Okay, I'm just gonna
the
say I
build-up
can
was
take the money
beautiful.
back from.
Okay, that could work.
All right, everyone, roll d20
Okay.
for me, please.
He really wants us to
No,
see
no,
this.
no. I don't want you to. This is
24 again, because that's a really good roll.
28.
That's a 19.
You said 28? Ixon, as you're talking, you see a man reaches over to pull a mug off the counter, and as he does so, a tattoo that pulls up, so his sleeve kind of pulls up as he grabs the mug. A tattoo catches your eye.
What was it?
It's a 7-pointed star on his arm.
I act like I don't see it.
Okay?
And I just kind of look at Irda like that, and then I say, and then I go like, When he looks away, I go,
I'm going to silently use my message cantrip and say to Ixen, and you can respond to this, you know this point. I'm going to say, what did you see? What is it?
I respond back.
So this is all via messaging, so no one else can hear. This is just sort of Irda's spell power to communicate.
I say, he has a 7-pointed star.
And I just
Tattooed.
do a really subtle nod, like not just the physics.
Okay.
And I look towards the person that Ixen pointed at, and I see if I can see the tattoo as well.
So you watch him for a moment. He looks like he's a middle-aged man, a bit portly. He's got a thin mustache. He seems to be nursing an ale. As he's moving every once in a while, he pulls up as he takes a drink. His sleeve just comes a bit, and you see 3 points of a star as he drinks the ale.
All right. I'm going to ask I'm going to turn to the barkeep, and I'm going to say, I would like an ale and a second one as well.
So you've been drinking well tonight, lass. All right. And so he comes back in a few moments. He hands you 2 ales, copper each.
I slide I'm going to slide the 5 copper actually, a little bit of a tip for him.
He nods his head.
I'm going to take the 2 ales, and I'm going to. Is there a seat at the table with the guy with?
On the opposite side, so Ixen's next to him, this man, and then there's an open seat on the other
Okay,
side.
I'm going to slide into the seat next to him, and I'm going to pass him the extra ale, and I'm going to say, hello.
He's looking down at his ale. He does a double take as you sit down next to him, and you see his eyes go wide. He looks around as though perhaps you might be speaking to someone else. What can I do for you, my lady? Well met.
Yeah, well, I saw you drinking here by yourself, and I thought you might like some coffee. And another drink, perhaps.
He looks around again, like clearly he is stunned by his good fortune. What did Lucretia send you? Well, I thought my benefits was gone. What?
I do not know Lucretia.
Never mind what I said. I'm Haskin. Well met, lady. I'm enjoying the pleasure of your company.
So, well, I am Hilda, and I am here with my traveling companions. We are just passing through the town, and
He glances at them and he sort of ignores.
I like to meet interesting people on my travels, and you look like an interesting man.
You think I'm interesting? What makes me interesting?
I don't know, you just have an air about you.
I've always liked to think so, but most people don't. So you need some company for the night?
Perhaps, let us just have a drink and talk for a while.
So you guys see this going on? Are you doing anything while Irda is talking to him?
Eating.
Okay, you have
I'm
plates.
discussing my arm.
You have plates of decent fare. The meat is a bit fatty. The vegetables are a bit undercooked, but it's solid overall. As you dig into the plates, you see Irda is continuing to discuss something with the man that you pointed out to her, Ixen. He looks back over. I've not seen you here before. What brings you to our little town?
Just this and that. I have a sense of need for adventure. I've been cooped up in my small town for far too long, and I just needed to get out into the world, see it, meet interesting people, learn things that you would not find in my local rural town. You understand?
I think I do. I would. What would you like to know about our little town? I'd be happy to tell you anything.
Well, perhaps you can tell me why is the state of things so dreary around here as of late? It seems to be settled upon the whole of the people here.
Hang on just a second. Turn down this. Thank you very much for that. I don't want that tavern sound to be too loud for her, so thank you, Shane O'Mac. He turns back towards you, and he says, I don't suppose you've heard then, Lords. We've had many a misfortune of late. The Paradise, she sank, and nobody's seen any sign of Lucretia, and, well, they say the Black Arrows have been overrun and Fort Rannoch is lost, and it's terrible times here. Everyone's scared of what's coming next.
I can understand what many misfortunes befallen people. How that would definitely make things in any town. Yeah, let us drink together for hope of better fortune.
Oh, lass. He gives you a toast, quaffs back.
And I kind of act like I'm taking a drink, but I'm not actually taking a drink. And I just set my cup back down and say, look over the people perhaps would like another drink. And I see Barman. I'm taking what I learned from Blackbeard.
No beard.
All right, so another copper, another ale. You get through 2 or 3 ales. You see he's starting to kind of sway. He's leering at you. Increasingly, he's a bilious, vile man. Like, you just feel greasy even talking to him. There's something about him that is just distasteful. But he is getting bolder and bolder as you feed him alcohol.
I'm letting him kind of carry the conversation.
And
I'm going to actually...
Maybe, perhaps we should talk a bit less and go enjoy some time together, lass.
Perhaps. And I kind of quickly cast a glance just to Dixon and send him another message, and I'm going to say, wait a moment, I will follow and go to church.
I said okay.
Okay.
Alright, I will take care of everything. Let's go.
He sits back in his chair. Yes, Pat 66, she is flirting. That is correct. He sits back in his chair. He kind of scoots back. He's got his ale. I've got a room here. Let's upstairs. He grabs your arm, kind of swaying uncomfortably as he moves toward the stairs, kind of dragging you along with him.
I kind of put like my hood up. I follow behind, but at like a safe distance where it's like not suspicious.
You see some of the patrons in the inn, or the tavern rather, they're looking at what's transpiring and they are clearly perplexed. A man looks over from his table. What's he got better than me? Why are you taking him upstairs?
I'm just kind of ignoring the people talking.
All right. You see there's disgruntled patrons everywhere as they watch Irda head up the stairs. Ixon, you quietly slip up. You get to the second floor. There are a few candles burning in the hallway. There's no one else in the hallway as he kind of staggers down.
Do I see Ixon leave?
You do, of course. Yeah, you see all of this.
I follow. After
All right,
a little more
Solomon
time.
in his plate mail starts heading up the stairs. Cade, are you still downing rum or what are you doing?
Is there any gambling going on?
Let's see.
No.
You look around, yeah, you see there are 4 men that are sitting around a table and they have dice that they're rolling with cups.
Ooh, I would like to join this game. I heard he lost an arm. I think I have some good luck coming me way.
As you slam your hand on the table, you shake a few coins off the table. The 4 men look at you. One of them looks up. Well, friend, if you'd like to gamble with us, you can have a seat at our table.
I, calm, soft-spoken fella.
You have good coin on you.
Oh, I always have good coin, good rum, and a good arm.
All right, as you sit down, meanwhile, the man is kind of dragging you along in the hallway. Oh, just a bit further, lass. We're almost there.
And while we're continuing on, I'm going to also message Solomon and just kind of tell him where we're going. so that he can like basically say, this is the room we're heading to. I might need your help.
All right, so you hear Irda's voice resonate in your head with those words. The man, he stops at a door. He's still got one arm, like one hand gripping tight.
Everybody's got one arm around here.
One hand gripping Irda tightly, like he's afraid you're going to flee at some point. He starts fumbling. Oh, piss on me! Where is it? Oh, bless it! He eventually finds the key. He kind of thrusts the key at the door. It scrapes. He misses the hole. Hold still.
I'm going to actually put my hand on his and help like guide the key into the lock.
As you do this, he looks at you. As you're rolling, I can't even roleplay that. That's so creepy. He looks at you leeringly.
Irda needs to make him a one-armed person.
He looks at you leeringly. As you're guiding the key into the hole, he takes it very suggestively, and he turns. What? I'm sorry. You flip the lock, and the door opens.
And I'm going to go through, but as we start to go through, I'm going to slip something out, like something small but sizable enough out of my components pouch and drop it so that it keeps the door from closing all the way.
Okay. All right, you step in the room, the sounds of the tavern fade to the background. You see before he lets go of your arm and he's suddenly fumbling with his breeches.
Oh. All right. Well.
Hi. What do you think with a lass like you? I would be with you quite quickly. Hold on. I just need to get these off. He's fumbling with his breeches.
Oh, yeah, fine. We have all nights. And so.
So Ixon, what are you doing? You come. You hear this happening behind the door.
I'm just waiting and listening behind the door.
And then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to suddenly like start unbraiding the braid. And message Ixon now.
I kind of burst through the door.
All right, you burst through the door. He stumbles back. He's got his belt. His breeches are halfway down. He staggers again. Oh, what are you doing? Leave us alone.
I do. No, I don't do it.
She's all mine. You can't have her. I ain't need no help.
And while he's distracted by Ixon's entrance, I cast Charm Person.
All right. And what is the DC on that spell?
15. Will.
Okay. Hang on here. And again, Irda and that nasty, nasty spell that she likes to use. You said a 15? You don't know whether it's force of will or inebriation, but you feel your spell just kind of dissipates across his mind. But he doesn't seem to notice what you've done. He's still staring at Ixon. Get out of my room! Or I'll slice you! Yeah, he's quite comedic saying this as he's trying to find a knife while his breeches are falling around his legs.
Did I see Ixon go in the door?
Yeah, you saw Ixon go. You're hearing all this.
I do adhesive spittle on him to where like it like thrusts him against the wall and he's like stuck to the wall.
All right, go ahead and roll to hit.
It's just a DC.
Oh, it's a DC? Okay. What's the DC?
16 reflex, which I'm sure he doesn't have a lot of in his
Yeah, I mean it's like with the proverbial duck in a barrel. Yeah. You throw the potion, Irda kind of steps out of the way.
It's actually me spit, so like.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, so you spit, Irda steps out of the way. Tendrils of sticky substance spread across him and tack him to the wall. Whoa! What are you doing? What? Guards! Guards! Help! He starts yelling.
The door behind me.
All right, you step through. You close the door. You don't know if anyone heard him, but you're now inside the room.
I have a question about that tattoo you have there.
What? My tattoo? What? That? What's the meaning of this? What are you doing?
Very often that people walk around wearing runes of an ancient civilization. So, want to tell me why?
You daft wench! You see, like, he's turned now that he see, like, all of a sudden, all the amorous nature has gone out of him, and he looks really upset. And he says, it's no rune, it's a tattoo from the paradise. Half the men in town have them.
I did sense motive.
Go ahead, roll d20.
Or detect lies. Do I have detect lies?
No, it'd just be sense motive, right?
Yeah, sense motive.
Go ahead.
20.
A dirty 20, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, it's clear he's angry, he's scared, and there is no duplicitousness in what he's saying.
Okay, I ask him then, who's Lucretia?
He glares at you. Let me go and treat me like a civilized man and I'll talk.
Okay. Talk, then okay.
All right, roll. So you say fair enough or
I
what?
said fair enough.
I agree.
Okay. So what do you do?
I just dissipate the effect. Can I do that? Or
No,
it's
like it's
2d4
alchemical.
rounds, so
yeah, so you can cut it. You can cut it
it's
loose.
2d4 rounds before it goes away. So
Right.
I'm sure he'll
You
be.
just wanna wait it
20
out,
seconds.
or-
Yeah.
Oh, so it's 6 seconds.
Well,
so
2d4
yeah,
rounds.
so it'd be
Let me roll.
yeah. Go ahead and roll
2d4.
your. Probably like a minute, half a minute on average.
That's not.
Yeah. So, all right, you just wait it out. All right, they
So-
dissipate. He comes off the wall, and you see he's still like searching for a weapon that he doesn't have.
Come now.
Quiet, you lying wench. You done manipulated me. I've seen your kind before.
Oh, have you? I don't think you've ever seen anybody quite like me, darling.
He doesn't say anything to that.
But, furthermore, what did you say you got the tattoo from?
Kind of rubs his arms where the adhesive spittle had stuck to him. I was a special patron on the Paradise. Oh,
The ship that sunk, yes.
aye, what a loss. It was the best thing that ever happened to this town. The Lucretia, she said I was special. She did, and she gave me this tattoo as a sign of my special privileges. If you know what I mean, I got good privileges on that ship.
If I am understanding, based on the question you asked me earlier and what you're saying now, this was a brothel ship.
Oh, it were much more than just a brothel. Certainly, there were lasses upon it, gambling, drink. It were the best time one could have in Turtleback
Have there
Ferry.
been any weird?
So just a ship of pure hedonism.
I don't know what word that is, but it sounds right.
Have there been any weird deaths in this town?
He kind of furrows his brow. You mean beside all those that perished on the ferry? No,
Very.
the Paradise. No. Are you going to let me go, or are you going to kill me?
I have no interest in killing, but I want to know.
I do.
You said this Lucretia, she went down with the ship as well?
Well, as right, nobody really properly knows, but she's not been seen, so we fear the worst.
How long's it been since the ship sank?
3 sad weeks.
Did she have these markings as well? Did she wear anything with that Runelords?
No, not what I saw.
How long ago in game time were we in Sandpoint originally?
So
Like before
way back,
Thistletop?
probably. That's a great question. I'd say probably 5 to 6 weeks ago.
Okay.
This campaign's probably been going for about a month and a half
Okay.
in sort of game time. Fate of Black Words.
Tattoos. So it's only certain people that got the tattoos.
You see he kind of looks downcast when you say this. Well, so's I thought, but I seen, as I said, there's many of the men in town have them. I suppose I wasn't as special as I thought I was.
What did you have to? Did you have to do anything to get it, or did they just give it to you?
Oh, she said I was special, and she gave it to me as a sign of the privileges I would have.
Have any of the men in town with that tattoo died?
This one here, he's obsessed with death.
We've seen a lot of this.
Not that I know of. Again, many perished on the
Can I
paradise.
detect magic on the tattoo?
I was gonna ask if I could do it. Well.
Okay, yeah. So you concentrate a moment. You don't sense any magic.
Okay.
No, you don't sense any magic. Cade, at the table, each of the men, they pull out 4 dice, and you see they put them in the cup, and they say, the man looks over, have you ever played this game?
Hello?
The liar's dice.
Oh no. I'm a horrible liar. Sure, go ahead.
He says, you roll your dice in the cup, he explains, the 4 dice, and then you tell how many dice you have of a certain number, and each person has to raise the number. So you can say something like, I have 3 2s. The next person has to say they either have 3 of something higher than 2 or 4 of something, and so on and so forth. So you're going to lie. And
Only 4?
Yep, only 4 dice. And everybody takes their cups and they roll. The first man looks up and says, he's a kind of a thin, older man with wisps of graying hair, and says, I have 3 2s. I'm back to you.
Well, I should apologize for my deception, but there are very dangerous people we've seen out in this world with the very marking you have on their arms, so I had to be careful. You understand, I hope.
I don't understand nothing, but that I'm going to report you to the local constable the moment I have the chance.
I don't think you will.
I think your life is in danger
That
with
tattoo,
every second that you have that tattoo.
People
are
with that
dying
tattoo
with that mark
die.
on them.
And they get it tattooed with a hole in their chest.
He looks at you like clearly he has no idea what you're talking about. None of this news has reached this area. He shakes his hand in disbelief. Just leave me alone, and I think I will be speaking to the constable.
Brothers of the Seven.
Brothers? No. Well, I like the ladies, not the brothers.
I'm not talking about your personal preferences, sir.
So, do you want one good reason why you should trust us and not go to the constable? You were talking to us about Fort Ranix, about how the black arrows disappeared, and you haven't heard from them. So we were investigating some murders. We found that people kept getting murdered. That tattoo would be carved into their skin. And through the course of this, it has led us to Fort Ranix. So I would advise you not to go to the constable.
Roll diplomacy. And you do this at advantage, please. I'm giving you advantage. That was well role played.
It's 27.
He says, "Oh, I don't know why, but I trust you for some reason. I don't understand what you're saying, but strange things have been happening, and
We're trying to prevent everybody else finding us dead. Horribly.
you think I'm gonna die?
Possibility.
I hope not, but
With that on your arm, yes.
But it's just a tattoo. Why would I die?
it has some sort of ritualistic importance to it.
Where's Lucretia at?
As I said, she's not been seen since the paradise sank. All right, he said 3 2s.
Aye. Is that what you say, sir? How about I raise ya? 2.
You don't understand how this game works, do
You'd
you?
have to say 3, 6.
If I say 3 of something, you've got to say 3 of a something higher or 4. You can't go back to 2, you lugger.
I thought you could go up.
No,
If it was-
no, you have to go.
Are you trying to explain the rules of our game to us?
Shut up. Okay. Well, maybe I didn't understand. I lost an arm. Maybe I lost some brain cells. Give me. All right. Readjustment.
I suspect he's got nothing. What's your call? Quickly. 3, 2.
3 threes.
3 threes, you say.
Aye.
And the man to your left says, I think you're a... And we're going to stop there for tonight because Solomon has to go. Before Solomon goes, thanks for joining us. I know it was an abbreviated session tonight. We had some conflicts, but I appreciate all our players being here with us. And as always, we have to do our stream MVP. So I want to give him a chance to have a word about his worthiness as well. And so we're going to go around the room quickly, and I'm going to bring back up the player images so you'll know who we're talking about. And thank you again. Great viewership today as always. And look, don't miss, again, we'll be back the regular time next week, and then June 6th and June 9th. Mark those on your calendar. Do not miss the launch of our new Greyhawk campaign. It is going to be epic. Oh, thank you very much. Not my normal cliffhanger, but I think that one works. And so first, Irda, why should you be Stream MVP?
I'm not gonna take it this week. I'm saying it's Solomon for the diplomacy. I'm
All right. Solomon, why should you be Stream MVP?
I killed both the whites. I found the arm. Gave a nice little rousing speech to the portly fellow that Irda so talently seduced.
That's a kind of a mic drop moment there, all right? Let's go Ixon. Why should you be Stream MVP?
Because I had some smart combat moments, such as tangle footing Solomon.
That's like one of the few times that like tangle footing a fellow party member is actually a good thing.
Yes, the constant creativity with ideas and potions, and then I did something else.
All right.
Oh, finding the tattoo.
Lastly, Cade, the tattoo. That's right. Cade, why should you be Stream MVP?
Well, this was not one of my better weeks. I lay dead for a little while.
Almost dead.
Almost dead.
Almost dead. Like literally almost dead. If Irda, this OC, if Irda had not, first thing when she leapt in the water, cast that initial healing spell, you were dead. She narrowly snatched you from the jaws of death after you were bleeding out from the severed arm.
Thank you, Irda.
Not that I'm saying
You
she should
are
be
an
Stream MVP. Just saying.
So, I don't think it should be me this week. Even though I want it to be. So it either goes to, mine goes to Solomon or Irda.
All right, so we have 2 that have recused very quickly, so Solomon can know before he leaves. Vote 1 for Irda. We've got 1 for Irda. Vote 2 for Solomon.
I didn't even know how to play liar's
3
dice. I don't
for
get it.
Ixon. Vote 4. Whoops, no, Ixon. Vote 4 for Cade. We have a Solomon. We have a Solomon. There you go, G-Dubs. We have, and we're going to raid somebody here as well. Another Solomon. All right, we are shutting it down. I know, Solomon, you've got to go. So, we got a Cade. 3 Solomons, a Cade.
Camo.
And we're going to wait just a second before I call this. If we were to get another Cade, I would hold off, but I think, and Irda, of course, that's a bit biased. And I think we're gonna call it, going once, going twice. I don't think my Twitch.
Ixon.
Oh, we got an Ixon.
Oh, the captain has betrayed me.
I think your creativity is being appreciated as a player now. We're gonna wait just another second or two. Going once, going twice, Thank you for everyone that voted, and your winner today is Solomon, our stream MVP. Solomon, you can go ahead and bounce while we finish up, and we're going to do a raid.
Solomon.
We appreciate you being with us, and well done. All right, so reminder again that we will be live next week at our regular time, and then on June 6th at 6 o'clock, I believe, we're going to be live with Lord Gasumba, and that is going to be an incredible opportunity for you to see the first Greyhawk starting campaign. And then on the 9th at 5 p.m., the 9th, 5 p.m. on a Tuesday, that'll be our regular central time. It'll be 5 to 7:30 or 5 to 8, depending on the night. That's going to be our normal Greyhawk stream, which will then also be part of Blue Box along with this stream. And we're going to go ahead and raid Open for Adventure. I don't think we've raided them before, have we? No, I don't think. Well, they're on a Be Right Back, so I don't want to do that. Let's go Dragons in the Dining Room. We've rated them a couple times. They're good folks. So thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate it. If you haven't followed, please, we would ask you to follow. Otherwise, we have one question for you. What are you doing? Blue Box out. And we are rating in, well, that's anticlimactic. It takes 9 seconds. Hang on. So we're not out yet. We'll be out in a second. But thanks for being with us today, all of our viewers. We appreciate you. And we are rating them now.